For the fourth episode of our Alumni Unplugged series, we have got Aakashi ma'am with us. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
I hope you're doing well.
Yes.
I'm
Thanks for
Bandhan Jain.
Thank
I'm Bandhan Jain. She is my co-host Neha Khandelwal.
Hello.
So let's begin with the interview.
Yeah. So to begin with, our first question is, ma'am, you finally find your way back to the campus. What emotion grip you the most right now?
I think it's refreshing because there's so many new things that have happened, and I also like the fact that some things are still there. So I was also able to look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, we did this here. So it also brought back a lot of good memories. And all the friends that I have still are something that I got from this college. So I'm really glad to be back and be able to see, and also a lot of teachers are still here. So I was very glad to just see that some good things are still stayed here. So, really refreshed being here.
Yeah.
Great to have you here, ma'am.
Great. So, ma'am, JECRC Renaissance is coming up, and the atmosphere is so lively. The visit you had must turn the wheel of your time back to your college days. Would you like to share some of your sublime memories?
Sure. I don't think we had Renaissance when I was here.
Yeah,
so I think it started in our final year.
Yeah.
But we did have college fest during our time, but that was very in-house. It wasn't at the scale that Renaissance is now.
Yeah.
So I'm actually glad to see there's so much effort going on in that. And I remember our final year when I had Renaissance, we were like, why did we miss out on this? But my good memories are of the time that we used to have those college fests. They were very different than how you guys have it, but it was still fun. And I think we were one of the first few colleges where still, even at that time, I think we had the Euphoria brand coming, which is that time was a big deal. I know now you guys are like, who are those guys? But at that time it was a big deal, and we still had a lot of fun. But it was just different. It was very different than today it is, and I'm glad to see that it's doing so well that you guys can have so many resources, have fun, and you can actually still continue doing the good things that you're doing.
We are pretty sure you had your fair share of the question, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Well, is the life you have carved out for yourself today synonymous with what you had envisioned during your college years?
I think I don't know, honestly, because as I said, during my college years, and I think that's true with most of you guys, it's very confusing time, right? So honestly, I don't know. I don't think I knew what I wanted, because that time you have so many options and you want to do everything and you don't know which one you want to do. So, but I did know one thing, that I want to be at a place where I want to go to work, right? I like doing the work I do, and I'm glad that I am at that place, right? So I really enjoy working with the work I do. So that's one thing that I'm really glad that it panned out that way, because when I started, it wasn't that way, right? I didn't like what I was doing, and that's why I changed so many times. And that's what I was saying, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to change your path. It's okay to change your mind. So.
Sure. Yeah. So moving on to your professional life, it's understatement to say that you have made a huge stride in your career. So what were the stepping stone to your success, and what made you progressive?
I think the biggest stepping stone was for me to be able to. First was my masters, right? Because I found something that I liked. So before that, I was very lost, as I said. So after that, I became very focused because I knew what I like, and I actually really liked it. So I knew for sure I'm going to be in maths. Doesn't matter what kind, right? So that was the first stepping stone. The second stepping stone that happened was when I was at Amazon. I had, I think that's where it's very important to have really good mentors. So I had two mentors who were really good, and they helped me see things in a very different way, and that helped me tremendously in my professional life, in my personal life, give you perspective, right? Because what happens is as I said, you don't know everything, right? But you need to know someone who can give you a view.
Yeah.
So I think those two were things that have changed my career and my life a lot, right? Change the direction of it.
I wish I could say for maths. I feel the same for maths the way you feel.
Maybe after 3 days.
And so, have you ever considered the possibility of exploring something outside the tech field, or turning any of your hobbies into a profession at that point?
Not now, but when I was in college, yes. So I used to sing when I was in college. So I did actually even one planned of auditioning for Indian Idol. But I did think of it. I even registered myself. So yes, I did. But in terms of now, as I said, of course, someday maybe I'll have my own startup, but not now. I don't think I'm at a phase where I aspire to do that. So.
Yeah. So incorporating different role from being a quantitative analyst to a product manager. So while working for a series of tech giants like HP, Amazon, and Microsoft, and now at Google, you have successfully made yourself to their adjustments according to the requirement and work culture. So how difficult were these adjustments for you?
I don't think they were difficult. They were different kind of challenges for sure. Like, because it's challenging when you suddenly, like as I said, right, like you become comfortable if you are there for some time. So a lot of people choose that path, right, where they go in a company and then they stay there for 15, 20 years. That's a life that people choose. Now, I like to throw myself into different challenges. I could have also stayed in Amazon for like 15 years and be okay, but it is definitely challenging, but I don't think it's difficult. It is something that makes me, like I keep improving my skills, right? Like if I don't have to interview, I'm not going to be caring about anything, right? So then I'm going to get obsolete, right? So I need to also ensure that I'm learning about new things, and forcing yourself to change according to different environments just helps me grow. So I enjoy that. So I don't think it's difficult, but it's challenging for sure, because you have to go and like start from zero again and build the relationships again. But then now with the whole tech scenario changing so much, it's actually very beneficial, because everywhere I go, I know someone, because someone again came back in the same, like, world is so small that I end up like my previous manager will like end up, you'll be meet more people, right? So definitely that way it has been very, very helpful, especially for your career and stuff. So yeah.
Your LinkedIn profile caught me by surprise actually. Like so many companies under the experience section, and I was like, okay, this is where I want to be someday. So, ma'am, if you were given an opportunity to launch a startup in any of the field of your choice, which area of problem would you choose? Maybe our team of engineers here can get a head start.
If I knew the problem, I would have my startup, by the way, because that would be the idea. But if I have to start an idea, I would start something which is going to be in the field of operations research, because I really, really like that field. And in that specifically, I would like to build a product that automizes and optimizes a lot of basic mundane tasks that people still can't figure out, right? So there are a lot of tasks still today that needs a human judgment, which technically shouldn't be needed. So I worked a lot on automating things during my tenure in Amazon as well. So if I do build a startup, I would do something on that line, something where you can remove that need of having a human. And even they end up making errors, right? So how do we make it more efficient?
Companies are adamant to remove human workforce.
No, there's a difference. We don't remove human workforce. Okay. When you say automation, you are improving the way they do things, right? Because it's not about moving the people; it's about having less errors, right? So those people are still there. So in Amazon, I worked on hands of wheel automation. Those people are still there. They're just in different role. So instead of now putting things in Excel sheet, they are managing or designing the problems to use that software and do things, right? So it's better role for them too. It's not a boring job that they have to come and put in things in Excel sheet, right? Like that's not something Indians can.
When these employees switch their roles, so they have to learn new skills for that, or are they already like
entering data in Excel is not a skill, so I don't think they're losing much.
Right? For the automation,
yes, so they definitely learn new skill, but that's good for them, right? That's a growth for you. Right? So you are now doing something beyond just doing a very regular basic job. Now you can do strategy. Because you don't have to waste your time in entering data, you can think about strategy. You can figure out what should be done at a higher level. How can I get more business? How can I get more leads? Right? So I think it's actually beneficial for them, because now they have more scope. Earlier they were just tied with things that don't need that much of time.
So it's time for the rapid fire round. I've got some rapid fire questions lined up for you.
Okay.
And you have
fire
to
them. And we expect you to answer them.
Okay. So Satya Nadella, Andy Jassy, and Sundar Pichai are coming over for their dinner. What's on the menu?
I don't know why did I say that, but because I like it, maybe they all.
Yeah, I love it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about the life right now?
8.
Okay. Last book you read?
Adam Grant. What is it? Think Again. It's a book called Think Again.
Yeah, I have read this.
Okay. Top 3 Google products. Which are your favorite?
Google Maps, Google Search, and what else? Those 2 are the top ones for me. And Google Voice.
Okay. Favorite subject and favorite professor?
In college?
Yeah.
That was maths, but the professor is different.
Okay.
My favorite subject was maths, always probability.
Yeah.
And my favorite professor, it's a tough one because I had a couple of them. But I did like in JCRC, I used to really like Mukesh Agarwal sir because I think he made me get interested in maths and operations research because he was pretty good at it.
Oh wow.
Something they don't teach you in college, but you should definitely know.
That it's okay to make mistakes.
Okay.
Everyone here wants you to get the perfect number and the perfect score and have everything perfect, but that's not real life. So you make mistakes and it's okay to make mistakes.
Okay. 3 things you would bag when you're going out.
3 things you would what?
Bag.
You would shop.
Oh,
Yeah.
3 things you would shop.
Yeah.
I'm bad at shopping, but shoes, bags, and makeup.
Okay.
Oh, electronic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that.
So that's basic necessity, no? Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most wonderful life memory.
Birth of my kids. So,
Wow. That's
2 kids.
yeah, I have 2 kids.
okay. Your dream company?
Google.
Now you are in.
Have your dream already.
Yeah.
One of your old friends you are still in contact with.
Avantika Pandita. She was with me in my batch. And actually, even older than that, I have school friends too. I have 5 school friends who I know since I was in kindergarten. So from school.
Oh my
Friends from
God.
kindergarten.
Mhm.
That's impressive.
So yeah, we
Yeah.
lived together for like 40 years.
Now the last.
Last question.
Yeah. Okay. So to wrap up, would you like to share some reflection on the journey you had and with our audience?
Today's journey, or like overall.
Yeah. Overall life journey.
Like a message from you would really inspire
Yeah.
audience. Of the,
Yeah, I think I had a very convoluted path. Like I've done too many things, and I feel proud about that because I still found my way. So again, I think the key thing which I want like people to learn, or like what I wish I knew, was that try, explore. Explore as much as you can because you don't know what you like, right? Until you try it out. So try it out. Things which are popular right now may not be right for you. So just try out and figure out your path.
The one thing I can say while looking at you, you are unstoppable.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
There's
great,
still more to do.
Yeah.
great at figuring things out. So
Yeah.
hope we achieve your level someday.
Yeah.
So you heard, ma'am. That's it from our side.